Hola, Colchoneros. Welcome to Atleti Fanatics, and we are back with another episode. And this time we face Levante at home. Another La Liga match, and again, like me and in case we were talking like just right now, like it's been not really a good ride with Levante. Let's just say because again we struggle against Levante. So we were just checking the stats actually, and it's funnily enough we just have a one win out of the last five matches we've played against Levante, and Levante has won two matches, and both of those matches they had a victory at Metropolitano. So if you take the last two La Liga matches at home at Metropolitano against Levante, Levante has won both of them, and so I mean now this kind of like concerns me because again we are having a good time. We almost gave the match against Union in the Champions League, but luckily we were lucky enough. Like that didn't happen, and now this match again we don't lose any momentum because again, like we discussed, every match from here is a must-win match because again Real Madrid is I think 7 9 points ahead of us, and then Barca is just 3 points ahead of us. So we do have, I mean, we do have Barca in our eyes, but Real Madrid is like way ahead. So
Hmm.
we can't lose any match if we have to catch Real Madrid. So again, it's an important match, and after this, it's an international break as well. And we will talk about international break. I'm really pissed off with Lionel Scaloni. Like, why do you have to, like? It's a fucking friendly match. Really, you have to like call up every player. But anyway, Levante match again. Levante has a few good players at the young, which we saw like who's having a very good season.
Hmm.
He already has 6 goals this season, 3 assists as well. That's 9 goal involvement in La Liga. And this guy is, I think, like he will be bought by someone in the summer for sure.
Hmm.
And I think he's on loan from Villarreal, if I'm not wrong.
No, he
And
was full pitches, full pitches.
okay, all right, my bad. Wait, hang on. So who left Villarreal?
So he left Villarreal very late. Him and Tiano Barry left Villarreal very late because Marcelino said you're probably not going to get game time after he bought a striker in Mikotadze. I'm not really sure why he sold him, considering he already started the season really strong, and then he was really good last season. So he's like he goes straight from third division to first team, has an insane start. Marcelino's like, nah, I'm putting no money on a striker. I don't want you. And then he leaves and he continues to have an insane time with Levante. So I'm not really sure about that, but yeah, it's a
No,
young.
but like Villarreal sold him, or like they like.
They sold his their shares of him, which I've never seen before. But so Cadiz still owns part of his rights, and Villarreal also owns a little bit of his rights as well. So if Levante sell him this summer, it's really close to I think 40 million. You would part of it goes to Cadiz, part of it goes to Villarreal, and some of it goes to Levante. He's been heavily linked with Barcelona as a realistic substitute for their nine. That isn't actually Alvarez. Like, I know the fans are saying Alvarez, but then everybody's just like, yeah, it's probably Yata Young because that's like a
I mean, that guy has a potential. Like he has good potential. Like if we can, like
yeah.
like rack up these numbers with Levante, I mean, that's nine
And
goal involvements, and like we're
uh,
in match day
with
12
like
right
match day
now.
12, like for a player on a team that is not necessarily a top team, then yeah, he's doing really well so far. Especially considering he just came from the third division last season, so really good start. And Barca have a really good history with a Cameroonian striker before, so it's something
For
to look
sure,
at.
for sure, for sure. But very interesting. So I mean, that guy. I mean, we have to like stop at the young, and then again they have Manu Sanchez as well, who used to be Rodrigo Riquelme before Rodrigo Riquelme. That kind of like sweet boy from Atletico de Madrid.
I don't know all
But
that,
then
but
Manu Sanchez used to be Rodrigo Riquelme before Rodrigo Riquelme.
mm,
But it's okay. And then they have Morales as well, Comandante, you're saying St. Kicks.
Yeah. Not a
So
fan. Not a killer of all big teams. Will score probably one goal at least.
true, true. I hope like he doesn't score against us. I mean, he will come on for sure. But yeah, but then again, before him, you have to stop at the young as well. So, St. Kicks, your thoughts on the Levante? What do you think? Like, how would they play against us?
I can't speak to. I'll be honest with you. This is one of the few seasons where I feel bad because a lot of times you ask me a question about a La Liga team, and I'm just like, man, I just don't have time for a lot of these other games. So I feel a little thing, but they from what I saw in the second division and a little bit of the first division, because I saw their Real Madrid game, they play a very nice style of football. Carlos Alvarez is obviously their main like a creative quality. Really, like they have a relatively young team as well, so they do a lot of really cool things in terms of being able to combine counter attacking. I can't say specifically what they do in terms of every sequence of play and which is the hardest spot, so I can't say too much on that. But there's a few players I would have known before. Carlos Alvarez has been linked with us. He's an attacking midfielder, really a good player. He's 22. We'll see him probably on the game and probably do well. But it was him, Alan Maturo, under 20 World Cup champ with Uruguay. Didn't really get enough minutes with Genoa. Getting some minutes, I guess. Not too much minutes with Levante, but getting some minutes now with Levante. And then obviously at the Young and we call it some other players as well. Like it's like a mishmash of some players last season that just kind of were good looking prospects, as well as the very good academy as well. Speaking of, Pubil came from this academy, so something to look at as well. Yeah.
True, true. And I mean, like, yeah, like, like we always struggle against team which are again like from the bottom table, let's just say. And again, Levante has a good record against us. Like last two La Liga matches at home, they won both of those matches. They won 1-2-0, the year which where we win La Liga, and the next season as well they won 1-0 against us. So again, that's something we have to work it out. And again, right now, I would say our players they look tired as well. So it's Simeone has to plan something. I think it's like I'm saying, like Levante, like again, I would say like you need to rotate. I think it's
And
perfect. I mean,
rotate
Laurent,
well, not just rotate well.
yes, rotate well, exactly. And Julian Alvarez needs rest. So again, we'll see if he starts or not. But Julian Alvarez definitely need rest. So hopefully, I mean, if he starts, that's good. But again, like we won't see the best of Julian Alvarez if he starts because again, the guy is tired. Like like you pushing him, like you're getting the most out of it, and he can't go more than this. But anyway, and then Lorente is there. Obviously, I think Lorente will start this match for sure. Giuliano, again, our player of the month for October. He'll be there as well. So now the talking point would be whether you'll go with Sorloth up front or whether you'll go with Baina up front with Julian Alvarez. Because again, I mean, I don't know if Julian Alvarez starts or not in this match, but given the fact that like we need these 3 points, I think Julian Alvarez will start for sure. But then we have to see whether we have to like pair him with Alexander Sorloth or Alex Baina. For me, I would say Sorloth would be perfect for this match. And I'm gonna go back with Baina in midfield. I think we can find ways to defeat Levante with Sorloth up front, because again, like I said, Sorloth brings his physical aspect, and with that physical aspect, I think like he can help us hurt Levante's defense, which again like is very prone to crosses, I would say. And with Sorloth, I think we can make the most of our crosses. So with Lorente or let's say Ruggeri or David Hansko going up front, maybe we can like get something out of Sorloth. And if you guys don't know, like Simeone had a chat with Sorloth at the training ground, where do you remember the Simeone chat with Morata, and Morata
Mhm.
turned up crazy, crazy, and then we sold him in the summer.
Well, that was
So
because
yeah,
Matt wanted to leave, not because he was bad in the season. I think he was really good in the season until that injury.
yeah, no, but I'm saying like like whenever Simeone like goes 1v1 chat with a player, like the player improves. We've seen it with Angel Correa as well.
Hmm, hmm.
Uh, you know, uh,
That goal that we got, he did this after the Levante game where he missed his goal, and then that goal that we
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
via delayed was the one that we effectively got us into position to win the league.
Exactly that toe poke of Angel Correa. So again, so 1v1 chats with Simeone can fix your life. So if anyone is looking for a therapist, they can head to Spain. But anyway, so I think defeating Levante, I think Sorloth has to start up front with Julian Alvarez for me. And then again, we have to be clinical with our chances. Against USG, we were not clinical at all. Julian Alvarez, I didn't expect him to miss 1v1 at all. That 1v1, I think I didn't expect him to miss at all. And then we had more chances as well again, but Gallagher could finish. Even before that, I think like we could have made the most of the game, which we did not. The fact that like like we just made a few chances and the game ended just three doesn't feel right to me, and especially like how it ended as well. We know like we were both frustrated with the win.
Hmm.
The I mean not the win, like the way we achieved it,
Yeah.
because it could have easily been 2-2. But thank you. What do you think about like how what improvements can we make coming to this game, and how can we defeat Levante, and then we'll move to the possible lineups.
So I think when it comes, I mean, I, outside you can't really speak too much about the changes outside of it being, I guess, lineup dependent. But Simeon is a very sentimental guy. Levante is Pubil's academy and where he eventually made his debut. I think you'll probably see him. He's mentioned him in passing, not in passing. But he was directly asked a question of him because of the fact that Lenormand got injured, which he will be out for the rest of the season, by the way, which is not great news for anybody. So it means we're getting more prominence of Longley and Pubil. Um, More so Pubil because you don't know, and I'm praying right now that Jimenez doesn't get injured at that period of time. But it kind of changes the dynamic as well. So maybe he switches to back three, maybe he switches to back four. I'm not sure what he feels comfortable with right now. The Ruggieri performance last game was not particularly good, but Hanko and Jimenez were good. So you're gonna take the sacrifice, all these other things. I I think this is gone not a serious shock, but I think buying enough for us in midfield is not ideal unless I see Johnny playing starting, and I haven't seen him really had any minutes so far. I'm not even sure if he will start. I think he'll they're being very cautious with him. They're trying to make sure he doesn't relapse. So if I could get it, I would like Bayana alongside Alvarez. I want us to be as many chances as we can, as clinical as we can, as many chances as we can, and then I want to see Almada start because I think he more than deserves it considering what he's done off the bench over these last three games. I can't really justify having him bench again. You know what I mean? Um, and
No,
then
but like let's say if Solid starts the game, which I really feel like he will,
he might. I'm
because
not gonna say he won't, but I just feel like how I feel about it. I guess.
no, I definitely feel like he will start, because again I like like some games I know like the mind of Simeone,
Mm,
because Levante again like going physical with Levante can be beneficial for us. And in this match, again, I would say the battle would be in midfield, because again they have good players in midfield,
mm-hmm,
and they'll try to like put in balls in behind for at the young.
mm-hmm,
So we need someone up front so that like their midfielders, their defense, they are much more focused on the guy who is up front, which is again Sorloth, which happened against Real Madrid as well. So someone has to come from midfield, try to like
I think that's a
double mark kind of him.
I think that's a very interesting perspective because I think it's not wrong at all, but at the same time, I feel like wouldn't it be better to have Bayana Almada who are, you'll transfer your midfield into almost a four man, and you'll have Giuliano as a free man on the side, which is a constant problem for other teams
Yeah, but
and
again,
Alvarez as well. I don't know. I'm just thinking about that in that any point of view
yeah,
though.
but like Julian is not at his 100%.
True. So you need other players to accommodate. I think
Yeah.
Solat. I said this before. Solat has had two very good games in for the Champions League and the previous game. He has also scored nothing and contribute like not score. He hasn't assisted either in those two games. So it's he's playing better. The contribution has still remained the same. There's not better pressing. There's not better. What do you call it? There is better hold up. There is better link up play. But that's like, how much are you willing to sacrifice to maintain Solot into your team? Is what my question is.
No, but the thing is, like, like if, like, let's say if I start Solot up front, I
Hmm.
don't think like there would be much of a sacrifice because again, I can make changes in the second half easily. I can, remove Solot. I can put Bain up front. I can put Thiago Almada for
You
the left
can.
midfielder role, and we have five substitutions. And like I don't think like if
I
Simeone is not playing Marco Biel, Johnny Cardoso in the previous two matches, like like it'll force him to play any one of those.
I
Like
just think
I
Simeon has been very bad with substitutes thus far this season. So I prefer he just get it right from the jump. You know what I mean?
but
I
makes sense, makes sense, makes sense.
That's it. But yeah, that's all I have to say in terms of improvements. I think we'll see whatever we get with the midfield. I would like to see Johnny start, but again, they're very, very cautious with that. So we'll talk about the lineups a bit later. We'll come back to that. What we want to talk about very briefly is transfers. Well, not transfers, but transfer talk. Um,
Transfer. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you go on, in case lead us with the transfer talks.
okay, so very recently we saw that Matteo Alemani. I don't know if I'm saying his last name correctly.
Alemania,
I,
yeah,
I,
Alemania.
I'll come back. I need to ask Fran again. But yeah, so he mentioned in post game after USG was that ideally, um, in the January transfer window, very few moves should be made, right? And that's not really matching with my head, but at the same time, it does mean it doesn't. To me, I think the most important thing of the squad right now is not so much people coming in as much as it's people going out. I think we have three right backs. Doesn't make sense. Molina has been very bad. He needs minutes to play for Argentina, and he's kind of just taking up space right now. I think ideally you either sell him or you loan him out. Either way, it's either January or summer. He's supposed to be going. Galan, same thing. And I would get Longley too, but I don't know. I don't see that happening. I don't believe in my club in that way. But um, and then realistically, even though these are the two that are more hard to really guarantee is Gallagher and Solot. All four of the names I mentioned so far, Longley is the only one who hasn't had a real link. Molina has had a links outside. Galan has. There's rumors of him leaving, not necessarily a destination, but it's rumors of him leaving. Solot has strong links to the Premier League. Um, Gallagher, same thing. He also has strong links to the Premier League. So Solot and Gallagher have a market, right? But the problem is those are the hard. I think Solot is the one that's harder to replace mid-season. You can replace him, but you can't necessarily replace him right now unless you're replacing him from somebody from South America, which is a little bit of a gamble in between the season. Speaking of somebody from South America, we also have been linked with Breno Bidon from Corinthians. Very, very good young Brazilian. I have been very hyped on him. I think I mentioned him a few times in the summer window during the podcast. About as they call him the Brazilian Pedri, but probably not necessarily the best name for him, but he's really, really good. Um, Very, very
Does
good.
it have an Does it have an Argentinian passport?
No, he's Brazilian. Unfortunately, it's not looking good for his chances. But we have Johnny as well, so it's not like we don't have Brazilians in the squad. and
He's American. What are you talking about?
right. So Breno has, I think, in a lot of ways, you kind of view him in terms of that sort of category of very, very, very good young center midfielder. And in terms of the timing, January is just as the season is done for the Brazil period of time. So this is the ideal time to get him rather than mid-season for when Corinthians is playing stuff. Um, and there was also a BS link with Kukurea, which 100% is happening. So I don't want to talk too much about that.
No,
I'll
no,
just
no,
acknowledge it.
no. Come on. Don't bring fake highs. Don't bring fake highs over here.
But yeah, that's in terms of the links. We only really linked with a midfielder coming in, and those four players I just mentioned in terms of Gallagher, Solot, Molina, and Galan. Two of them of which not very. They have no real market in terms of sales, but they need to get playing time, and they're not going to get it here. And then you have.
That's such a bad way of showing. What do you mean this?
I'm sorry. My brain was like, okay, well, I already started here, so I have to go here. Whatever. Two of them of which don't have a market, and then the two that we do have a market are not necessarily the easiest to come through. I think Gallagher is the easiest, the most logical sale because he doesn't have a necessarily a position in the team. Because we saw against USG, his best position is almost at the box, and what we need right now is a double pivot. We don't need his position and thing because he can't play over Julian because Julian is stupidly good right now. So
No, I mean like there would be like some matches where I think Gallagher would be useful for us. For
I'm not saying
example,
it won't. I'm just saying in comparison to what would more likely what we need, which is we need either a centre back or a midfielder for double pivot. One of the two. That's it. We don't need anything else right now, like desperately.
but
And if so,
Alemani
I'll be yeah,
also, yeah, Alemani also said like there won't be much changes in the January
right.
transfer window.
So there's
So
and then there's
I
a
don't.
hey, we've had an insane period of time with our academy. Our B team is top of the table comfortably. Our youth league team very good. Like there's some people that should be looked at. Jesus Barris, especially Taufik. But it remember Alemani has a very very uh, academy focused mindset where sometimes in his point of view it doesn't necessarily. I think that's part of the reason why he eventually left Barca is if you have a very good academy, you should look to the academy first if to see if you have the option. If you don't have the option, then we look to the market and I'll get you your best possible option at the best possible price. That's his whole thing. That's why he's such a good sporting director.
Makes sense, makes sense. But I mean, let's see, because I mean, like, yeah, like like Omar Jenny is definitely an option if we're looking for a replacement for Sorlot.
Mm-hmm.
I think Omar Jenny again, like if we develop him properly, again
True,
depends on
true.
that as well. Tawfiq, like you said, again good potential, but again,
We've seen
if
it
we
with two.
develop him,
We have
if,
that's the problem, isn't it? It's like as much as I like academy players, it's mid-season. We kind of want to win trophies. Can you guarantee that your academy player will blow up and become as good as you want them to be? Not necessarily. If I, you know.
true. I mean, if I want to say about Pablo Barrios, like if you guys remember, like when he started, like he didn't really look that good, but like you saw the potential, and then
Mm-hmm.
he started getting more minutes. He got much better, and then he had more minutes. He got much better, and now look at him, like he is our undisputed starter. We need
Mm-hmm.
him on the pitch. So again, it depends on how much minutes you get in a top flight football. So either you can go on loan in any of the La Liga club. For
Mm-hmm.
example, we did this with Rodrigo Riquelme or Samolino as well,
Oh, Giuliano.
Giuliano as well. There you go. So that's an option as well. But again, let's see. Like I said, depends on how we develop them. You don't want to end up like Javi Serrano with a club legend. I mean, academy club legend. I meant. So anyway, moving on to the next part, which again, possible lineup. So this again, there are no reports out yet about the lineup which was used in the training.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, I think we have to kind of analyze it and let's see if we get it correct.
Yeah, just
So
us and some vibes.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like we almost got it correct. Like the last few times, we almost got it correct.
I could
Like the
never have predicted a USG lineup though.
if we take out Molina, I think we almost got it correct. Just the Molina one,
Fair enough, yeah.
and Paulo Barrios, yes, and
Yeah.
Paulo Barrios. I didn't expect him to start as well. But anyway, so again, I think goal would be Oblak, and then right back, Lorente would be back for this match for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then centre back. Now again, Robert Noman is not available, so it'll be interesting whether Marco Bill will get his first start for Atletico de Madrid. I don't know. I mean, maybe it can happen. I don't know why I feel like maybe it can happen.
Especially because it's Levante of all teams.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. I kind of feel like I'm getting like this gut feeling like we'll see Marco Bill starting for the first time for Atletico de Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
But again, let's just say if Simeone, like he remains stubborn, he goes with Jimenez on the right center back, and then he goes with. I don't want to say this. I really
Oh
don't want to say
no.
this.
Oh no.
You saw it coming, don't you? I mean, like Raul Nomad is not available. We have one left center back in our team, which is just there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
He
I
who
don't want
shall
to
not
say
be
this.
named at left centre back.
Yeah,
Then
exactly.
Hanko
So
left back is your ideal, huh? Okay.
yes, so I don't know. I don't know. Maybe after what Ruggieri had in the Champions League game, I don't know. If he goes with Longley, I won't be surprised. I'm telling you.
Okay.
If Simeone starts Longley at left centre back, I won't be surprised. But let's just say he doesn't do that, then David Hansco and Ruggieri would be my back line. So Lorente, Jimenez, Hansco, Ruggieri. But yeah, again, and if I'm going with just the gut feeling, I would say Lorente, Pubil, David Hansco, and Ruggieri. Or I hope not. I hope not. Or Jimenez, Longley, or David Hansco. So that's like three options. I feel like can happen, but hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's just Jimenez, Hansco, and Ruggieri, and Lorente.
Mm-hmm.
And then midfield, Giuliano. Obviously, I don't think like anybody replace him with the form he's in.
Too good to
And
not
then
to drop. Too good to drop.
exactly, and then midfield, Paulo Barrios for sure. Again, I mean, Paulo Barrios has to be there. Now, again, we need to rest Koke. We definitely need to rest Koke. I don't want to see Koke playing another match. Now,
I
who
think
do you play?
this would have been the time if Johnny got minutes last game. That would have been like nice. We can just start Johnny and then you can swap him out for Cookie for a little half an hour, organize your team. But
No,
I
for
wouldn't
for
think he
me,
could start now.
yeah, for me, this is the best time to start Johnny Cardoso. There's international break coming up. He's not traveling with the US men's national team. Hasn't been called up. Perfect time to call. To start Johnny Cardoso to get him those minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get the playing time, and so for me, I would go for Paulo Barris and Johnny Cardoso in this match.
That would
But
be ideal.
again, I wouldn't be surprised if Gallagher starts as well in midfield with Paulo Barrios, which has happened before.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, but I would like Johnny Cardoso to start. The left hand side now, again. So this is either you go with Thiago Almada, either you go with Alex Baena. Now that depends on whether you start Solo up front or whether you go with Alex Baena up front. So I think, I feel like it would be Baena on the left hand side and it will be Sorloth and Julian Alvarez up front.
I would be less adverse to Bayana on the left if Cardoso starts because that means he has less to do off the ball and he can still do a lot of these things. But it really does depend on if Cardoso starts or not. I think.
That's also true. That's also true. But I think like even if Gallagher starts, I think we might see Sorloth starting as well.
Mm.
So yeah, so my predicted lineup would be again for Lorente, and then Jimenez, David Hansco, Ruggieri, and then Giuliano, Barrios, Cardoso, Baena, Sorloth, Julian Alvarez. and I think it's very sufficient to face Levante. And then if something doesn't work out, you have option again. You have Almada on the bench. You have Cookie on the bench. You have Gallagher on the bench, and you have, I think, Nico Gonzalez would be available as well. And
I'd
then
prefer he
obviously,
doesn't play, just because of the fact that he's gotten a call up as well, and I don't want him to. He's in, he's gotten away with it for the most part so far, but he's very injury prone, very injury prone.
true, true, true. But yeah, and then I mean, I'm not gonna say Molina because at this point, like I know Molina will come in
He'll
second
play.
half. He'll play.
He'll
Either
always
10,
play. I don't know why, but he'll play.
either 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. I think Molina will definitely come on the pitch. So yeah, I'm not gonna count him as a substitute. But yes, rest Almada, Gallagher, Koke, and oh, I'm forgetting Griezmann as well.
You're also forgetting Raspadori and Pupil. Sorry, Carlos Martin, but I don't think that there's a.
Yeah, I mean, like, have you seen that meme of like in a swimming pool where like the woman is raising the
Yeah,
child?
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, yeah, Carlos Martin is like at the bottom of that pool. Like I can't really remember him, but yeah, Griezmann is there, Raspadori is there for sure.
Mhm.
Mm, interesting. I mean, we do have options up front. We have Griezmann, Raspadori. It,
And Carlos Martin.
again,
And Carlos Martin. But yeah, no,
yes,
we have more than enough options, I think, for us to not get it. To even if we get it wrong, we should be able to fix it.
true.
Yet I don't feel. I think the fact that Molina keeps on getting a guaranteed substitute regardless of what happens in the game is kind of annoying because it means that you're giving minutes to somebody without meritocracy. So there's no merit
And
to him getting these minutes, and he
exactly.
makes our team worse. I
And
think
that
I
means like someone has to like not get minutes. So either Pubil or Raspadori. It's mostly Raspadori or Pubil only who doesn't
yeah,
get
yeah, yeah.
minutes.
So I think it's kind of funny because I thought coming into this season when I heard that Carlos Martin was staying, I thought to myself, well, this is a good option because he is a player who's good at a lot of different positions, right? He's very good at off the ball. He's very good on the ball. He's very good in terms of defending and these other things. He's not necessarily the best at it, but he's what you would say is almost a fixer upper. So something like not quite the level of Lima, but Lima for Bayern, right? Plays right back, plays midfield, plays centre back sometimes. He plays wherever you need him to be at where when you need him to be. I know Carlos Martinez is not a right back and these other things, but uh, almost anywhere across the front set of positions, be it a wing back, a right wing, right midfield, whatever, you can get out of him. So, and we saw him quite a decent level against in the Libya game, even though again not necessarily the best opponents, but he was playing very good in that game, and that means that you do have the option of uh, having him there. And Raspadori got called up again for Italy, deservedly, mind you, because he's been very good at Italy every time. But
I mean, he's a
he
super
needs
sub.
minutes.
He's a
he,
super sub.
he
That's what I'm saying.
played so well over
He's a
these
super
past
sub.
sets of minutes, and then every time you
He
want him to play, he's just
he exactly. He's a super sub. He played very well against Frankfurt as well. And then again, I think in La Liga he hasn't had
much time.
like much time, like to play that well. But in Champions League, I think he played well against Liverpool, played well against Frankfurt as well. So
I,
I mean, again, like you mentioned, like with Molina coming on, like this one substitution wasted. So yes, the rest again depends on the game. If someone gets an injury, someone gets a card, and then you have to make changes accordingly.
yes, yes, yes. So
So
100% agree with what you said. Is only thing I would say is I think Ruggieri will start because Simeone tends to bench players after they do really well in the season for some reason, and when they do really poorly, he'll start. So Ruggieri played a little very poorly against USG. Guaranteed start. I know where I'm seeing him. So yeah, um, I think that's about it. I think it does kind of unfortunately remind me again that I feel like we do need to thin out the squad a bit. We're a little too bloated. Some positions are over.
you want to thin out? I don't think so. I think we have perfect depth right now. Because again, injuries can come. We just had it. Injuries were coming
No,
right
well, they can come
one
thick and
after
fast.
another.
Yeah, but okay. So we have
So
two attacking midfielders. I no problem with that. They can arguably play at the same time. We have um, two wingers in Nico Gonzalez and Giuliano. Perfectly fine with that. We have three left backs technically with Hanko. We have four centre backs, not including Pubil, who, as you said, is a centre back. We have three right backs, um, one tall nine in Solot, and then here's how many second strikers we have: Griezmann, Raspadori, Carlos Martin, Julian Alvarez, and you can technically put Bayana in there too. That's five players, all
Thiago
covering the
Almada.
exact and Thiago. You could put five. You could put six players in the exact same position. That is an overstock. But more importantly, is even besides that, we have three players for the double pivot that we had intended. Right? We have Johnny Cardoso, Koke, and Barrios. Gallagher can play there, but that's not his role. He doesn't play his best football there. Three players in a position where two players have to start over the course of a season is not wise. But that's enough about me and my opinion on this and these transfer stuff. I'm interested to see what Simeone has on terms of the lineup and what we will see against Levante because we have a very, very bad record against them. But Levante has a good record against most big teams anyway. So hopefully we get this win, end the international break. Well, there's a lot of our team is going to get called up. So by the time the international break happens, we'll have a lot of the stragglers.
True. I mean, Argentina again, like most of the time, it's basically all of our Argentinian players except Musso, and so that's like what Molina, Julian Alvarez, Thiago Almada, Giuliano, Nico Gonzalez. Five.
All gone. So five gone.
Five gone, and then which again, like I said, like I hope Scaloni doesn't. Yes, exactly. It's not needed. Why are you calling up, especially Alvarez? Like I don't know, like what does he want?
I wouldn't even say Alvarez is the only person I would say. I'd say of the five that we have outfield players, right? Alvarez really doesn't need to go, considering Lautaro should be getting minutes anyway. And they also have the Argentine number 9 from Strasbourg,
Panichelli, whatever you want to call it.
Yes, who has been really, really good, and he kind of deserves a little bit of a motion because you have nothing to play for, so this is the time to call him up, right? Him, Sule, we call.
I think he didn't get a call up. I don't think so.
Sule did not get a call up, despite the fact that he's had a really good season. Nico Paz, all of these players, all of these young players, do need to get, I think, a little bit more minutes to just be in around the idea. In case something happens, near the World Cup, you have a reserve. You've played these players; they're doing well, whatever. Alvarez, not in great form. He needs a little bit of rest. Give him a rest. I know
little. He needs a lot of rest. He doesn't have to travel that long for a friendly. I mean, if you can give rest to Lionel Messi, which is again who's just like not in North America, like just in
true.
Like a short flight, and like no, like you can give rest to Lionel Messi, but shortish flight, fine. But again, like it's like not from Madrid to Buenos Aires,
So there's that, and then there's also, I think Nico Gonzalez hasn't really played in the past like week or two because he's been he has a blow, like a knock, and it kind of makes sense to just give him a rest. Like he doesn't need to play. You know what I mean? Almada, fine, he needs some minutes anyway. He with the national team. Giuliano, more than deserved, and who's the last one of our Argentine players?
Almada, Molina, Nico
Gonzalez, right?
Julian Alvarez.
Molina was gonna play anyway. I don't know why, but he'll play.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, again, that's Scaloni. Like you've been, on the call with Diego Simeone. Like, fine, play him now. 90 minutes, all yours.
You can get those three, but I can't really justify Nico or Alvarez considering both their positions are a little contested, or shouldn't necessarily be contested. I think both those positions should be in. You should be testing them out with other players who should be getting called up, in my opinion. So,
but for me, Julian Alvarez has to get the rest. Lionel Scaloni, like seriously, like think wisely. You need to play the World Cup. Think wisely. Do you need him in good shape or not? You need to give him rest. Like seriously.
So with that, we have all of our Argentine players gone. Besides Lunamont, all of our Spanish players in
Yep,
Barrios,
yep.
Llorente, and
Baris
Baena.
Lorente and Baina, and then
Solak will
Solot,
be gone for thing.
Oblak, Oblak as
Oblak,
well. David
Raspadori,
David Hansko as well.
Hansko.
David Hansko as well, and then it
Did
would
Longley get called
be
up?
no, I don't think so. No, Longley didn't get called up,
Okay.
and then it would be Johnny Carlos didn't get a call up, which again, like like given the talent
Because
that he
he's been
has,
struggling with injury, right?
exactly. So, and again, World Cup is coming up, so he need those minutes as well because he need to be a starter in that national team with Tyler Adams in his competitive spot. But and then who else is there on our bench? Raspadori again for Italy. Yeah, Raspadori per Italia, let's just say,
So
and
it's just
then
going to be Griezmann, Griezmann, Koke, Carlos Martin, Pubil, and maybe Gallagher. We'll see if Gallagher.
Gallagher didn't get a call up as well. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, there's not much of our squad who will actually stay. Oh, and Roger. There's not much of our squad who will actually be staying during that small period of time. So I don't know. That's just I guess that's what it's going to be in the next 2 weeks. We're going to be training with these with the usual squad. Maybe some youngsters.
So yeah,
Uh,
I hope we get the rest. I hope we get the rest. Like I really, I mean, like as a like like for Lorente, I would say like yes, I felt bad like he didn't get many minutes for Spain, but like as like I saw it, like it's good, no injuries. Even Paulo Barrios coming on in the second half, I was like okay, fine, it's fine, no injury chances. But I think Lorente right now, like he should start for Spain as a right back. Definitely,
he
there's no competition as a right back.
he is
Lorente should
Spain's
start for
best right
sure.
back right now, in my opinion.
Exactly, he should.
With or without your Carvajal,
With
who
or
is
without
injured.
Carver, yeah, exactly. So again, Llorente, I think for me should be the starter right back for Spain in the World Cup. But again, that's a different topic. Anyway, we'll go to Saint Keek's favorite thing, score prediction. I mean,
Uh,
you got it right. Like you're going pretty close. Like you said 3-0, it was 3-1, and then 3-0 the previous one.
I kind of wish it was a lot more than 3-0, but I digress. I think
Yeah.
this is a hard team to play, and I think if we get it right, we can do well. So even though they are very much a bulky team for us, let's go for a little three. Let's follow up with three for three, 3-0.
3-0. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with 3-1 because I think Etta Young would find a way to score against us. So I'm gonna go with 3-1. And given the fact like we had a history against Levante, so yeah, I'm gonna go with 3-1. I don't see us getting a clean sheet in this match as well, which is again it's very poor defensively to not get a clean sheet. Which I mean I hope I'm wrong. So but anyway, I'll go with 3-1. Anyway, guys, I think that'll be all from us. Do let us know your opinion about what do you feel about the match coming to this match, and what do you think should be the predicted lineup for tomorrow's match. And again, do let us know what would be your score prediction as well, and help us reach 500 subscribers. Like we need your support to reach there. So
Oh, be on the lookout for the TikTok account. That should be
yes,
coming up on the
which
weekend.
yeah, we're gonna be coming up very soon. And then slowly we're gonna build a team as well. So I think we're gonna add more people for Atleti Fanatics as well. So if anyone is interested, feel free to join us. And again, we're gonna be coming with some good and new ideas as well to grow this community. So stay tuned, and until then, Op Atleti. See you guys soon.